Nti owura Koku Anyidoho ewa. Na onim say OMV and Sons Company Limited. Ene mo car. Imagine say utu kwan na o car tie enya puncture. Ewo baby a wa utimo say ha de waso ayehye. Me pa chon pese sa de ni be beto a uhia puncture safe. Puncture safe. A permanent puncture sealant. Na ye pompe bi gu car mu a eno ano no afebo car tire no ebe ye adwuma without a puncture until say wa change car tire no e the tire for free gu ase uni problem, and it works. Ya so ahwe ni yedi ho adanse puncture safe. OMV and Sons Company Limited and ediaba one number is 0595 756 449 0595 756 449. And here we come opposite Joy FM and I say Barshock Vulcanizing Outlet. Puncture safe. It seals punctures as they happen. In the morning say ubepebi na wetumi enyebi ato. And then so Ecobank say omo great news at the mouth. Yeah, the Ecobank pay GHQR no aba. Almost say there are no payment restrictions as we all collaborate towards a common goal. As customers stay home, maintain social distancing and stay safe, do not worry. Ecobank pay GHQR Ebwao my customers the friend of contactless payment from anywhere in store or online from any bank account, any bank card or any mobile money wallet using their phones safely and conveniently, and make that move today and reach more customers with the new Ecobank Pay GHQR. So opesa wotimun sembi brafre 0302213999 0302213999 or call our 24/7 toll-free line at 3225. Ecobank cares. Remember to put in place measures to ensure the safety of your staff and customers. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank. Koku mamin sign Emra Nafi said na yedi.
Yeah, sure.
Generally, meaning say mobile pro.
Yeah.
And of course, Paka Wilson Mayete said and maybe be board on Pimo EC office, over 100 of them. But must I also message Abba Ochana. Is it people exercising on democratic right and as a way no and shada necessary?
Well, OBM say the good news is from what Paka can say almost omoko.
Yes.
Yanko Poma de Panchi Ochana. If they still want to go back, I'm sure say Bibia in Siomoko. But send Omoko in there. Almusako fee, no, Mujidis Ochana Omoko or Mesako fee. And that is what is going to happen. I mean, for how long will you wake up every morning and go and mass up at the EC? After a while, attrition level will set in. In fact, number na call no be sure Ochana Crown. Ebekofem. So it's politics. Today's Thursday, yes, sir.
Yeah, no, fast.
Ochana Friday. By Saturday, Sunday, Monday would have been a week since Etuabano.
Yeah. Things
will just pipe down. The most important thing is security services are on top of their job. Oceania footage is now your home. Whatever altercation they cause, there was no high-handedness.
Yeah.
So at least Omambo Bia and Probia near Obika Yanose Yakunkunkum without evidence. That one I'm not too sure about. Let's take it easy. Let us just take it easy. Elections, I mean, people have gone to elections and we have lost. But the world didn't come to an end. There's work to be done. Media Maka Obi, from the beginning, Maka said, Media, Abana Yatono, Ghana for Adaumutumiedi. They have proven, said they are very, very discerning. This parliament is going to be very interesting. We have to speak. We have to negotiate. According to Bahat, we are minister, we are there and there. Because you have to be in parliament. And yes, one vote, two votes. If you are not there,
that's why.
So all the issue of checks and balances will come to the fore. The president himself has a second term, but he knows that, well, now I have to work and leave a legacy. So I believe, sir, going for the next 4 years, 2021 up to 2024, will be very interesting times for us as we grow our democracy. Of course, then the issue, and I'm more kindly on whether we should take a second look, sir. Majority of ministers must come from parliament. All those things. Parliament, Nankaza, has the opportunity to take a second look at some of these things. Nanti touchline in terms of policy think tanks, how we are going to now use our advocacy platforms, and then see how we can also help take a second look at some of these things. No, and when I say we are growing the democracy. But the truth of the matter is that the presidential results have been declared by the EC.
Yes.
Matisse Kodeo press conference. Good. Yes. And they have corroborated near EC at the actual Bontin. Media houses are horror. From Monday, when you were doing your tabulation, I don't think you were getting the figures from outer space.
Yes.
You were operating within a certain acceptable space. More grounds are or more mamu. Because the results will say they decline the open. And from polling stations, they decline the open. I want to figures no free. So I can't believe that every media house in Ghana is against a particular political party to the extent that all of you are reporting what is not right. No. Everybody cannot be right. No, sorry. Everybody cannot be wrong. And you alone right. On the contrary, then everybody else must be right and you are wrong. Especially when you're not giving us figures to counter what is already out there. For what bra? Say I'm pam. Say what you correct for bre. But this business where you are just speaking to the wind without dropping facts and figures on the table now, I'm not sure it's helping the discourse. And back to the issue of the fact that bullets do not discriminate. And I say, let us be cautious. Over 100 women, and I say, easy on
yes.
So tomorrow another 100 will go, another 100 will go, another 100 will go. What is going to happen? And bullets don't discriminate. That's what somebody has just told us. That bullets don't discriminate. When he finishes, will he also go to the EC headquarters or he will go back home? So that when the bullets are not discriminated, let's be a bit more circumspect. It's politics. It's an election. Results have been declared.
But they raised, and the General Secretary of the NDC raised issues about intimidation from members of the military. Say even constituencies be an so force for it to be recounted.
Is that what you got from your correspondence on the ground?
No, that's the allegations he's
and is that what you got from your correspondent? No. So that's what I'm saying. Say be back for you.
But we've seen videos of where shootings are taking place. In the president even speech, Enrano made the point, and I know you're regrettable.
Yes.
He one fast specific number, but I can say a man for a which is regrettable.
Wherever the unfortunate has happened, let us accept that the unfortunate has happened. Wherever we must regret and apologize, we regret and apologize. But this is not the time to be inciting. You understand? If people have lost their lives regrettably so, and we are all saying it shouldn't happen, this is not the time to be talking about the fact that bullets don't discriminate and seem to be inciting people. What will we gain? More people should go and die? So that then what happens? It always brings me back to the issue of President Mills in 2004. Our car said, look, he will not want to be president on the drop of a single blood. Yen Jamanenka. On the pair. 4 years, and the 4 years just passed. 4 years, no, it will whittle away. For me, the most exciting thing for the National Democratic Congress is the fact that they go to Parliament with a huge psychological advantage. Even if they don't have the majority, they go to Parliament with a huge psychological advantage. That psychological advantage alone is enough to energize the party into 2024. Because then by that time we would have finished the balancing act of 8 years. So 2024 will provide a clean slate, an energized NDC in Parliament. However, the reorganization is going to take place, an energized party going into 2024. By that time, NPP would have done this 8 years. Of course, in Sioche to Amua. Then the NDC now comes with much more energy. But if you are doing it this way and as if to incite and then so what happens? I don't think that this is the best way forward. But I believe another Thursday. I'm sure by the weekend will swallow up a lot of some of these things. People will pipe down and then we'll move on. I don't think Ghana will bend.
But the Turnout South electoral
Techiman South.
Techiman South. Sorry, Techiman South director of elections for the party. A bar with pink sheet. Or
you see, but Ubi, that's the interesting thing. Ukita pink sheet. It could be pink sheets from anywhere. It could be pink sheets from anywhere. If those are pink sheets holding figures and statistics as you are claiming, speak to the statistics and the figures. But otherwise, a bundle of pink sheets does not necessarily mean that is it. So open up the pink sheet and speak to facts and figures and convince people. It's not about creeping up emotional sentiments. Let's speak to conscience. Let's speak to truth. Let's speak to fact. Let's speak to fact. Because it's all about credibility. It's all about credibility and integrity. Let us not take the people for granted. Discerning minds have voted in 275 constituencies in over 38,000 polling stations. Very discerning minds. Let's not take the people for granted. It is this business where politicians think that they can take people for granted. This is where we are. I'm sure the MPP has woken up to some strong realization. Look at someone like Amase. Yeah. So you go and whatever happened, she lost the primaries. She was going to go independent. They spoke to her. She stepped down, but her supporters still did not step down. Whatever it is they are feeling. I'm sure by now the MPP is sitting down and say, if I'd allowed Amase to go, maybe they would have gotten a quitty. Is that not it? The Formina guy, he said, he won't back down. He's gone. Now I can hear my friend John Bwedu. the language is changing. Suddenly, he's now a friend. He's no more a foe. So, exactly.
Yeah.
Governance is tough. It is tough. But I think that to the extent that we continue to respect people and not toy around with their emotions, because a lot of the seats that the NDC is winning were traditional NDC seats.
Yeah,
Lejo Kuku, Krowo, Lada de Kutopon. Traditional NDC seats. Bibinti 2016 and an MPP for Nyaye. It is Obia de Atofem na wakofa. Can you say Nyawodia? A Obia de Atofem na wafa.
You bet my Bajana.
They bet my Bajana de to Somuye. One Somuye, almost and Bajoma. Of course, the MPP has also won seats that they have never won before. Yeah. Now, it just tells you that as we are growing a democracy, people are not staying in one corner any longer. Look at what has happened in Hogwe. Jean-Pierre Ameu.
Jean-Pierre Ameu.
My own brother Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre has won the Hogwe seat for the MPP for the first time.
But who free Volta radio?
Yes.
What do you reckon did the magic for me?
You see, I was in Hogwe about give and take 6 weeks, 2 months ago for AEAB. Okay, let me just go straight to the point. It's the Hogwe Township roads. Oh yes, it's the Hogwe Township roads.
Oh yeah,
Ukai said it was a major issue during our time.
Yeah.
A demonstration. A Drew Bebukana Zongo community in Hogwe, began to fight some other groups. Then Peter Mewu has been DC under President Kufuor.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
This is not the first time he's standing for the MPP on the MPP's ticket in that constituency. So he's an old boy. He's an old timer as far as standing. I think this must have been his third time.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So under Kufuor he was DC. He has his own record. The woman who stood on behalf of the NDC also was MC during the last 8 years of the NDC. So people just decided to compare records. Peter Benwu as DC, Dr. Margaret Koku as MC. Then Peter comes in now as minister. Then the roads have been done for them.
Asphalt.
Oh, Massa. Look, what they have done in Hogwe Township is even looking better than who? Then the lighted roads. As energy minister, he sent these solar things into the place. In the night, you think that Hogwe is somewhere else. Now, what do people want? They want development. And he's not discriminating. He's gone through to the NDC areas. He's going to accept that this is an NDC stronghold, but I am your son. I am John Peter Mewu. I'm from here. Why don't you try me? And he's gotten it. And I don't think that he's going to take the mandate for granted. If he takes that mandate for granted, the NDC will get it back in 2024. So, in the past, MPP won Akan. We got it back. They won Karachi East. We've gotten Karachi East back. Now they have taken Hogwe. Let the NDC work hard and get it back. But I don't think Peter Mewu will also lose guard and just, especially if he gets another ministerial appointment and he does what he has to do. So, as it is, the configuration is changing all over the country. Younger people are getting into the voting public. They don't hold the kind of allegiance their grandfathers and their fathers hold to particular political parties. Like I said, Ophia Volta region, about 70% turnout. Ashanti region, so about 71, 72% turnout. It didn't get into 80. It didn't get into 85. So in both strongholds, Obi, there was no massive turnout. What accounted for that? What has accounted for that? Are people getting tired? And this is a new register.
We're a new register.
So you cannot say 30% of people within the last 3-4 months say Debbie. So the people consciously registered. Why didn't they come out to come and vote? Ebini in a friend is saying all these press conferences are and now you see the for Babegua. It is for Babegua, you're being intimidating Crawford, you're being intimidating. So why the bandwagon effect that you are trying to achieve has turned around into a boomerang effect. So people have heard say you have say beba
register in their
say beba.
So they will not even
so they will not turn out. Everywhere we went Obi by 3:30 people had finished voting. The electoral officers were just sitting down waiting for 5 o'clock. It was at 5 o'clock there was nobody in any queue. People had finished voting. Obeko 500 and something people and I register and also 300 and something and they vote to 200 and something and they vote to 400 and something and they vote to. Nowhere did you get 100% turnout. Now the question is, what happened to the prompters? You will be from prompters on voting day.
Yeah.
On then somebody call around every house and whip up people to come out.
Come out and come
out. No more in both Ashanti and both Volta. So are people getting tired of the democracy? That's another question. So both political parties, GDC and American since 1992, will be 88888.
In the 2024 presents a fantastic opportunity.
Fantastic opportunity for both. Then again, not that I want to disrespect. If I Goom, I'm sure Goom has come up there, eh?
Yeah, third.
In the general,
third.
I'm not surprised because almost everywhere we went, your team,
or visible
Goom agents, so you have MPP, you have NDC, and you have Goom. All the other political parties, so as we move forward, now ballot paper NIPA 12. I think by 2024 we should cut that thing down. As a people, as a nation, let's just agree that some political parties don't exist. They don't exist. Let's not play ifs and buts about it. Some political parties just don't exist. Let's just take them off the face of the thing. Their
supposed existence runs contrary to the Political Parties Act. So the EC should probably be
strong enough and just say, hey, you don't exist, and no. As a fantasy say, nanyan. So by 2024, if it is 2, if it is 3, it is 4. Let's just hold it there. It saves the country itself a lot of time and energy. Because we are pumping energy into certain things, up to a point, but with all due respect, So if it is 2 parties, it's 2 parties. But 2024 presents both political parties with the opportunity. Let us see what Ghanaians will say in 2024. A very interesting parliament is going to work very, very, very well. We must now collaborate. Talk to me, and let me talk to you. That's the beauty of democracy. So yes. So now we will talk to each other. Civil society will talk. Now everybody understands that Ghana first. It's not about MPP, NDC anymore. The president himself, I'm sure. I'm not seeing MPP jubilate in town. It means that I'm sure they themselves will go back to the drawing board. Sober reflection. A
63.
I'm telling you.
Seat difference.
And struggling now for a very thin majority.
In parliament.
How did it happen? You did something wrong. Go back, look at it. NDC, you've won a lot of seats. Certainly, then you did something right. Maintain it. Don't also get excited because you have done something right in 2020 to give you, this exciting number of seats. Don't take it for granted. So I think that both political parties will wake up to that reality. Say, discerning minds are out there now. Take nothing for granted. Prepare a plan. Prepare a strategy. Go into 2024. Of course, in unity also lies strength.
Yeah.
Then 2024, by this time, we'll be singing a different song and see who.
Maybe start this question with political experience and see if you can help. So, Osha two parties now. On the part of the NPP, the ruling party, a lot of seats were lost.
Yeah.
But you could see the president post some very, very, very good result from the regions.
Ekosiisen
regions be an winning presidential or that said Northeast, they won presidential. You know, say Osha Central, even against the backdrop, say Omulusu so many seats, they still won presidential. When you flip the coin, the NDC did well in reclaiming a lot of their seats, but the presidential no answer that ankoye. What was missing?
In fact,
in
my polling station in Tanyigbe, which is the Apostolic Faith polling station. Locally, we call it Hosek Badwe.
Okay.
At the end of the count for the presidential, President Akufo-Addo had 18 votes.
18.
And then former President Mahama had 169.
Okay.
But you will say that 18 votes
in
Hosek Badwe for President Akufo-Addo. Overall, over 100,000 votes
in the Volta region. 103,000 in OT.
Good.
Yeah.
So it just tells you that something is changing. Now, another interesting thing that I noticed as an observer is that almost everywhere I went in the Volta region, MPP polling agents, first of all, were more than NDC polling agents.
In the Volta region.
I'm sure it's because NDC stronghold. So they were leaving nothing to chance. Yeah. So they made sure say they had enough polling agents around just to monitor.
Yeah.
But interesting, significantly, Obi, most of the MPP polling agents Meblu. Say both male, female, they were young people. And then the NDC's polling agents, most of them middle age or the elderly. Now, what is it telling you? It means that the MPP has made inroads as far as a certain age group is concerned. Thank you. So we are doing our analysis now as an institute. Edem and Co are beginning to crunch the numbers and whatever we took out. So we'll come out with a comprehensive report. But it was interesting. Everywhere we went, MPP polling agents, male, female, they must have been between 20 years to about 35. Very composed. They couldn't be bothered. There was no shame in the fact that they are polling agents for the MPP in the Volta region. No, they couldn't be bothered.
A situation where they don't exist.
No. It was haram. It would have been haram. 15, 20 years ago, it would have been sacrilegious. I'm sure your family even ostracize you for you understand.
Yeah.
So it means that things are changing. NDC has gone back to win New Edubiase in Ashanti region.
Yeah, with a young guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it just tells you, say, be it Ashanti, then even in Eastern region, the NDC has posted good numbers in the Eastern region. Of course, Peter Mewa has won Walkway.
And the MPP got some seats in the north, which they've not won before. Damongo, for example.
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, in the upper west, they won Lambusi. They've never won Lambusi before, but they got Lambusi. Northeast, that's the vice president's place. Yeah. They've gone back and they've won what we call overseas.
Yeah.
And overall, the president won his numbers in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So, Obi, all I'm saying is that both political parties, my NDC and the MPP, let them go back to the drawing board. So you are not holding anything constant any longer. Even if you have your stronghold and you don't go and whip up sentiments. You don't go and whip up your base on voting day, they won't come out. So both MPP and NDC should know that they didn't do well in their strongholds. They've won seats, but 70% is not enough. You can't hold it as your stronghold and be doing 70%. No. Do 80, 85, 90, 95. Then you know that, yes, you have brought out the numbers. If MPP had brought out his numbers in Ashanti, if NDC had brought out his numbers in Volta, it would have been a different story today. So let them go back to the drawing board, elected executives, or whatever it is. I think one interesting thing I saw with the MPP campaign was President Kufuor agreeing to run an ad for his party. That may have even helped. that the former president decides that he's going to run an ad and speak and tell people go out and go and vote for our candidate. I think it was a significant show of support and kudos to him. So that's how it ought to be. Let us bring everybody on board, because united we stand, divided we fall. Every vote, as it is now, the principle of every vote counts has come to the fore now, that every single vote counts. And so I just want to thank Ghanaians. I am happy as a policy think tank, a public policy advocate now. Of course, I've not stopped being a politician. I've always said that I haven't stopped being a politician. I haven't stopped being NDC. But for now, I'm allowed to also be a professional as far as my policy think tank is concerned. Just as medical doctors are NDC, MPP, but when they go to the theater, they don't go into with their political colors. So is it. So we can have this wide debate now, and then now ask ourselves, where did we go wrong? What can we do? And I'm saying that 2024 OB provides both political parties with a clean slate. CCLBI 8-8. Now, if going forward, as it is now, in fact, in 2004, Ghanaians almost gave President Mills President Kufuor a one term. Almost. And now President Mills cast Enyefi. In 2016, we had done 8 years. Is that not it?
Yes.
2020, Nana Akufo-Addo has gotten another term to do 8 years. Let's not take it for granted. Maybe it's getting to the point where after 2024, Ghanaians will, after 4 years, if I'm not careful, they will change. I'm telling you. As for that Adenta place, I don't know what's going on in Adenta, that nobody has been able to maintain it. I mean, you see, look, I don't know my own friend Babayan Samoa, because I live in that constituency actually, in Adenta constituency.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's where I live.
Okay.
I started feeling sorry for Babayan Samoa because a lot of asphalting is going on in Greater Accra. But in Adenta, I'm not sure whether he didn't have the capacity to lobby.
But why a few ones be one? Why some asphalt?
Anyway, in Adenta proper, why from Rowi Junction to whatever, that place is not really been done. If you are doing from even from the Shell filling station going all the way down this way, it's not been done around the fire service area. So I don't know what happened, but congratulations to Ramadan for having won the seat, and I think congratulations to both political parties. They have done it. They worked the ground. The agents were well trained. They knew what to do. So I think we have grown our democracy. Let President Akufo-Addo, so he has a second term. Let's pray that solid development work goes on. And then for the NDC 2024, coming back very, very strong with a brighter chance. Interesting times ahead for our democracy, I believe.
What should your party NDC do as far as re-strategizing is concerned?
Well, I won't say much here, lest it's misconstrued, and for obvious reasons. But all I'll say is that I think that on the side of the MP, the seats of parliament, the NDC has proven that the party is strong. And for me, it's exciting to have that feeling that NDC is still a very formidable political party. And so the MPP cannot take the NDC for granted. That should feed into a positive psyche going into 2024, that, hey, if we get our act together and do things the way we ought to do, bring everybody on board, let's stop. President Mills Nekana, there's a famous analogy, some time ago, Obi Miru Fida. See, as a leader, you are like the conductor of an orchestra. At the time that you are busy conducting the orchestra, you have your back to the audience because you are busy focused on the instrumentalists. But once they give you the tune you want, when you turn around and you face the audience, the applause is yours. It's only the orchestra. It's only the conductor that takes the bow. The rest of the orchestra, nobody takes a bow apart from the conductor. So as a leader, just know that Sebe, Oba Nubiala boy Jina, the opera there not tenensa. Money to no kwe, like buy in any. Wako to no kwe, no in any. Niami can kosi a trainer say, if you are a leader, just be able to unite. Bring people on board. Bring people on board. Bring people on board. Bring people on board. Yes, there are people around you who may not want others to come on board for their own parochial reasons. But as a leader, just bring people on board because you will need the numbers. Everybody has a small vote. People vote through conduits. People in Tanyibe will vote because of maybe Koku Anyidoho, because he's the conduit. He's the one they know. People will vote somewhere because of Obi. He's the one they know. So everybody is important. And that's the only thing I will say, that for all politicians, all political party leaders, let us just understand that at the end of the day, so Nana Akufo-Addo was taking the bow.
Ekosiisen
I saw Japan come on board towards the last minute.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. And from what I'm picking up from MPP sources, that the president himself, that's President Akufo-Addo, actually called Kwabna, get on board and let's work. That's how it ought to be. If you don't call people and you take it for granted that they'll just get up and work for whatever reason, it doesn't happen like that all the time. It's all about just managing and managing and managing and managing. At the end of the day, when you take the bow, the applause is yours. You are the one who will be sworn in. So I think it's just, let's just respect. Everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a role to play. Even this Atamos Institute, people will give you a flag for it. But if the Dankwa Institute exists, if the Buzia Institute exists, if the Kufuor Foundation exists, why shouldn't we have an Atamos Institute? Why shouldn't we have a Rawlings Institute? Why? But just because it's Koku Anyidoho who is leading it, let's shoot it down. So that what happens? Why? All this attempt, let's finish him. So that then what happens? I've lost my 8-year-old daughter. It will be 5 weeks. The day after tomorrow, little girl, poor girl, she's passed on. I had to bury my 8-year-old daughter. She's gone. But life continues. It hurts me every day. I think about it. It hurts me. But how for? I must move on in life.
Yeah.
And we are learning lessons as we go along. But I just believe that political parties are not cults. We don't belong to shrines. We belong to political parties, free thinkers. And every war general will tell you, Obi, that it is the ability to simulate and do all the simulation that will make you go to war and come back victorious. So if you belong to a political party and there are some people who ask for them, they want to do simulation, it's not because they don't like you. It's because they are telling you that let's look at all sides. Somebody must play a certain role and look at you in the face and tell you that this thing that you are doing is not going to work. When the person says it, it's not because the person is bad. It's because the person means well. But if you won't take it and that because for that reason the person is bad, let's berate him, let's call him names, let's bury him in the sand. Well, that person also has following. So I just think that this election has taught all of us great lessons. But like I'm saying, as it is now, the results have been declared for presidential. I don't think it will be overturned by the EC. So those who are going in around the EC, it may be nice to do it for 2-3 days. After that, what next? That thing will not change. It has never changed since 1992. It won't change in 2020. Let's just move on. Let's just accept that the elections are over. Whatever challenges we have, let's go to court with facts and figures and go and contest it. That's all, Obi.
Koku Anyidoho and Martin Nkanoye, CEO of the Atamils Institute and founder of the same institute. Koku, mayena senayenhwe emfa insi. It's a pleasure talking to you.
It's been a pleasure to Obi. Yeah. I'm grateful to you and was it Dominic?
Dominic
and the team. I think you guys have done a good job.
Thank you.
The media in general, you've done a good job, and Ghanaians in general, Obi. I think that let's just thank God. Say Jabian Dere or Ghana, and like I'm saying, the AU cannot be lying, ECOWAS cannot be lying, EU cannot be lying, Codeo cannot be lying, the NCC cannot be lying. So let's pipe down on the fact that bullets don't know anybody. I don't think that it's an acceptable speak. Let's just move on as a country. May God continue to bless our homeland and make us great and strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Koku Anyidoho, any attending. Can Ekosiisen high asempa 94.7